You live in a world where one file can expose governments, shift wars, and rewrite public trust. When a leak breaks through the firewall, you see the truth that powerful institutions try to bury. This is the story of the biggest intelligence leaks ever recorded. You are watching HEH TV. You get direct facts, strong reporting, and stories that shape global power. Intelligence leaks shake nations because they reveal operations built to stay hidden. You saw this pattern when Edward Snowden exposed the global surveillance programs run by the National Security Agency. His files showed how governments collected phone metadata, email traffic, and internet activity. You discovered that major tech companies had been ordered to provide access. The release created political storms in the United States and Europe. It forced new debates about privacy, national security, and the reach of digital monitoring. It also showed how a single contractor with system access could break the walls of secrecy. WikiLeaks pushed this tension further. In 2010, hundreds of thousands of U.S. diplomatic cables and military reports became public. These documents revealed battlefield mistakes in Iraq and Afghanistan. They showed civilian casualties. They showed internal disputes inside embassies. You saw how diplomats talked about allies. You saw how intelligence officers analyzed foreign leaders. The leak changed how governments communicated. It forced new security systems inside defense networks. You also saw the Panama Papers shift global understanding of offshore money. Journalists around the world reviewed millions of files. They uncovered hidden companies owned by politicians, business elites, and criminal networks. You learned how offshore systems protected wealth. You learned how corruption moved across countries. The leak created investigations in dozens of nations. Leaders resigned. Courts opened new cases. The scale proved that financial secrecy operates at global level. The Pegasus spyware leak added a new layer. It showed how governments and private groups used advanced phone hacking tools. The software could access messages, calls, and cameras. It infected devices without users clicking anything. You learned that political activists, journalists, and human rights workers had been monitored. The leak pushed nations to investigate the export of surveillance tools. It exposed the new battlefield created by smartphone data. Intelligence leaks do not only reveal wrongdoing, they expose weaknesses in the systems meant to protect classified material. You saw this pattern when confidential NATO plans appeared online. You saw it again when U.S. military intelligence files showed assessments of the Ukraine war. Each breach highlighted poor access controls. Each breach forced rapid changes to digital security. Intelligence agencies responded with tighter audits, internal tracking, and new monitoring of employee behavior. Leakers come from different motives. Some believe the public deserves transparency. Some seek personal recognition. Some act out of anger against their employers. Intelligence agencies try to predict these motives. They track unusual downloads. They freeze USB ports. They review internal messages. They run background checks again. The goal is to stop leaks before they begin. The internet changed the scale. A file that once required physical transfer can now move across continents in seconds. Encrypted platforms let insiders hide their identity. Coordinated journalist teams verify documents with forensic tools. Governments struggle to suppress leaks once they spread. Attempts to block them often increase public interest. Leaks reshape geopolitics. Allies can lose trust in each other. Opponents learn methods, strategies, and vulnerabilities. Citizens see how surveillance works. courts revise laws. New reforms appear under pressure. When a major leak breaks, you see a full chain reaction that moves through intelligence services, legislatures, and global institutions. You can study these leaks to understand how secrecy operates inside modern states. You see how much data flows through networks. You see how small failures in access control can expose entire operations. You see how transparency can hit powerful systems with force. Intelligence leaks keep revealing the tension between security and accountability. They remind you that information is the strongest weapon in the digital age, because one document can shift the balance of power.